Hey everyone, welcome back. Thanks for joining. Hope your day's going great. I just started my lunch here and I left my juice at home today. I thought I was going to be able to make it back towards my house to swing by and grab my juice, but went ahead and got me a kombucha, ginger, lemongrass, and mint. Excuse me, that's pretty good. Do you guys like kombucha? Let me know down below. And yes, I know I just kind of stumbled there with my words, but it is what it is. I want these videos to be pretty much as raw and uncut as possible for y'all. Everything's going to be okay. Everything's going to be okay. No matter what happened yesterday, today's a new day. And today's a new opportunity to grow. I feel like I've been having a lot of epiphanies and learning lessons lately about life and the meaning of life. And something that I've been thinking about the last couple of days that I wanted to make a video on is how every day is like a new beginning. Every day is almost like a little life in itself. It's like every single day you have opportunities to wake up and to grow and to completely change whatever direction you're on, for the better, for the worse. Yeah, every day is a new opportunity to grow. Using the old iPhone again here. Yeah, just know everything's going to be all right. As long as you keep that mindset of, whatever happens today, tomorrow's going to be a new day. And yesterday doesn't even exist. Only today exists. Only right now. So you got to make the most of it. And when I say to make the most of it, that could be interpreted and acted upon in many different ways. But I think, from my experience at least, it just means staying positive or optimistic and being grateful. I think gratitude is one of the most important key elements of that is always be grateful. No matter what happens, be grateful. So like for me, for instance, as soon as I wake up, well, honestly, what I've been doing lately is, I'll have my alarm set at a certain time, and half the time I'll wake up before that. And depending on how close to it is or not, I'll see what time it is. I'll lay back down and I'll just kind of like, cross my hands or basically start praying. And I call it like my gratitude meditation or my gratitude prayer. And say, thank you, Heavenly Father, for blessing me with another day to be alive, to live, to move, to grow, to experience things, and to help people. Thank you for the warm bed. Thank you for a clean place to stay. Thank you for allowing me to be able to stretch, meditate, read, pray, oil pull. Everything that I do as soon as I get up, I'm immediately expressing gratitude for to the Most High. And I'd highly recommend you all do the same thing. Just, as soon as you wake up, start giving thanks, start giving praises, say thank you. just be grateful. Feel that energy of gratitude instead of, because I know from my own experience in the past when I was younger, I would wake up and, I would be grumpy. I feel like a lot of people, and I'm speaking from my own experience here, a lot of people, and let me know down below if you resonate, where you just wake up and immediately you're grumpy. Or shortly after you're grumpy because you start thinking about all the things that you have to do and they just start piling on and you're like, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, like I gotta get ready, I gotta start the truck, I gotta do this, I gotta do that. And something that really shifted my mindset is like I get to do that stuff. Think about all the people who are alive who don't get to do that stuff. And take that to the next level. Think about all those people who are not with us anymore. Think about like my late brother, or think about, your late family, somebody who is gone now, and they don't get to wake up. They don't get to do all the things that we take for granted. So yeah, every day is an opportunity for growth, for development, for new experiences, new relationships, new opportunities, and you never know what's going to happen. That's something I've really been realizing lately, is you never know what's going to happen. You might have this worst case scenario in your mind of, oh, something's been weighing heavy on you, and you've been not looking forward to it, and then it comes and goes and you're like, man, that was nothing. Like, I don't even know why I was tripping about that. But you were, or we were, I was, there's been some stuff recently where, I've been a little bit tripping on it and dreading it. That might be a strong word, but you know what I'm feeling. You know that feeling when you're not looking forward to something and you're like, but I've just realized to take some deep breaths and realize everything's gonna play out exactly how the Most High has decided it will, and we're just kind of along for the ride. Now don't take that the wrong way, where it's like don't do anything, just lay around like someone who's lazy or something. But it's like, get up, do things, be excited, inspired to do things, have your goals, and take the steps necessary to check them off and get them done. Because I believe that God, the Most High, He helps those who help themselves. And so yeah, it's like, ultimately God's got their plan, but it's like we have our part to play in that, in fulfilling that plan. Yeah, it's like everything happens for a reason, but at the same time, it's like there's always room for improvement, and things can change at the same time, at least for my belief, So yeah, let me know down below if any of that resonated with you, or if you've got your own gratitude meditation or your own gratitude prayer, even a journal. I used to journal a lot, and I want to get back into it. And journaling is good. Gratitude journaling, just writing all the things you're thankful for. And the more grateful you are, the more you're given by the Most High. Whereas I think the more ungrateful you are, the things are taken away. It's like, from my perspective, I imagine it's like, oh, you're grateful, you can handle that, here's some more. Or it's like, oh, you're not grateful, you're ungrateful, well, you know what, let me take some of what you already have so that you can be humbled. You can realize it could be worse. So things could always be worse. So it's good to be grateful for what you have and strive and take action for more, but always be grateful, but not contempt, or complacent. Yeah, there's still a lot of snow on the ground where I'm at. It snowed on Monday, and we got quite a bit of snow, so there's still snow on the ground. I'll let you guys see just for a minute. I'm just sitting in the parking lot on my lunch, but you can kind of see some of the snow, which I don't mind. I like it, but yeah, this van's only 2-wheel drive, so, you know, there's been a couple times where I almost got stuck, but I'm trying to be smart about it. Yeah, I made a video yesterday when I was on the coast about how you have to push through your emotions, at least from my perspective. You know, all this stuff is in my opinion, from my perspective. It's like, there are some days you're going to feel on top of the world, some days you're going to feel down in the dumps. But either way, you kind of have to have a plan and go forward with it. And I think that kind of ties into today's video, where it's like, every day is an opportunity. No matter how you feel, every day is an opportunity. And you can either take advantage of that opportunity and utilize it, or not, and it'll be taken away from you. Because I saw a quote the other day, and it was basically like, what was it? It was like, accept the risk or risk the opportunity, something like that, where it's basically, it's like, you'll be given an opportunity in your life every day or whenever, and it's like, you're either gonna act on it, even though it's risky, even though, you know, there's risk involved, or you're gonna do nothing, and then you're going to be out. You're just gonna be no opportunity, because the opportunity you just had, you decided, no, I'm not gonna do anything about it. So that quote has been, you know, on my mind a lot lately, where it's like, you either accept the risk and go forward with the opportunity, or you lose the opportunity. Yeah, I've got a lot of ideas for videos. I've been writing them down in my little book here. I keep it in my pocket. How Bob Proctor says to keep a goal card. Well, I've got like a little goal book, and I've been writing some video ideas down in here. And let me know down below if you guys have any ideas for videos, something that you'd like me to touch on or speak on that you think might be in alignment with who I am and what I do. And just, you know, you guys are kind of starting to get to know me a little bit. I know some of these videos aren't like super high energy, entertaining, exciting, but it's mostly just like me, you know, showing up to you real, talking to you as if we're talking to each other. Or, you know, I'd like to be a mentor, like a guide, because I know for me growing up, I only had a very small handful of people. Excuse me. I mean, I didn't really have a whole lot of mentors and guides growing up. You know, a couple of teachers here and there, but, you know, it's like you're only with them for a year or for a semester, and then that's it. And I feel like if I did have more guidance as a young man, I would be a completely different person, and circumstances would be much different. So, I mean, either way, I'm grateful. Like I said, gratitude first. I'm grateful to the Most High, because, you know, I am where I am, and I made it through all the craziness, and I'm very grateful, because, you know, sometimes I look back and I think, like, how did I even make it out of that? Or like, I could have easily started running with the wrong people, doing the wrong things, you know, and, you know, so I'm just grateful. Everything happens for a reason, and I think we all have a purpose. And each day is an opportunity for us to step into that purpose, for us to embrace it, and even just learn it. Because for me, for a long time, I felt lost. I felt like, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know, you know, what kind of value I can provide to anybody. And I think the more you pray and the more grateful you are, the more the way is shown before you, and your skills or the things that you might be good at or things like that, they kind of open up and present themselves the more that you get out there. So, you know, I would say if you're younger and you do a ton of gaming or you do a ton of like weed smoking or whatever, you know, I would suggest less. Honestly, I would say less to none, because I feel like for me at least, I definitely squandered a lot of time with you know, smoking weed and playing video games in my younger years. Oh, it's my lunch alarm. Just a minute. All right, that means I got 1 minute left. I should have been charging my phone this whole time. Oh well, not a big deal. But yeah, and if you guys want to hear more about that, I'll link it below. But I mainly just want to encourage you, like, something that really helped me is once I started getting out there and exploring and working more. Like, I remember when I was young, my dad, and I think it was my dad actually, he told me that after you graduate and you start working, then you'll start meeting some friends that are like completely different than your school friends. Because it's like when you're in school and you're young, you know, it's like, why are you really friends with someone? It's like those juvenile, young type of things you might have in common, like video games or like, you know, drinking or smoking weed or whatever you're into. You know, that's just my experience. I wasn't always the brightest, most on point dude as a young man, but he told me, you know, once you start working, you start getting out there, trying out different jobs, you're going to meet a few people, you know, at the jobs, and you guys are going to kind of form relationships based on your work ethic and how you show up each day, how you treat people, how you treat each other, how you work together. And that definitely rang true for me. So yeah, I would definitely say get out there, try different things, because you won't really know what you're good at until you try different things. You know, maybe construction, or, you know, like for me, I worked in a grocery store, thrift store, construction, you know, telecommunication, doing installs for people, and also working on the main lines and appliance repair and, you know, retail. So you won't really know what you're good at or what you like until you actually start getting out there. And on that note, I'm going to go ahead and end this video. Peace, love, unity, respect, health, wealth, and abundance to all of you. Thank you for checking this video out. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one. All praises to the Most High. Blessings to all of you. Goodbye.